Kia ora everybody, it is Bridget Fuliaki Davis here with a quick video, and we're talking all about insulin today. So the question is, do certain foods trigger insulin spikes and weight gain? So I've got 3 facts to share with you today about insulin and how it relates to insulin spikes and weight gain. So number 1 question is, which foods cause rapid insulin release? So remember, every single time you eat, your body converts the food that you have just consumed into glucose. The body then uses that glucose as energy. But certain foods will create more glucose than others. And those foods are things like sugary foods, starchy foods, and certain grains, but definitely all those processed carbohydrates that you find in your supermarket, you find in your store, and you find in the drive-through. And when there is a lot of glucose floating around the body, you will get a rapid insulin release, because insulin's job is to deal with all the glucose. And that's how we get that insulin release, that rapid insulin release, because the types of foods that we're eating, lots of glucose floating around the blood from those types of food. Number 2 is, how do insulin spikes affect your body? So the issue that we have, insulin's got a really important role. Firstly, is its job is to move glucose around the body. But when there is a lot of glucose, because we keep on eating these highly processed carbohydrate, sugar, starch, grainy type of foods, so we've got a lot of glucose in our body, which means we have a lot of insulin in our body. And when we have high levels of insulin, this is when we get to have some potential time for danger and havoc happening in the body. So where high levels of insulin lives, disease and illness will also flourish. So I'm talking about diseases like heart disease. I'm talking about Hashimoto's. I'm talking about, of course, weight gain and obesity. I'm talking about type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. I'm also talking about liver, kidney, all of our organs. Every single cell in our body is affected by insulin. And when there are high levels of insulin in our body, because we're eating all those foods that spike our glucose, we are in the danger zone, and we are more at risk of developing chronic diet-related conditions and illnesses. And number 3, can meal timing impact insulin levels? And the answer is yes. How cool is it to know that if you are able to time your food, so that means not eating lots and lots of small little meals, but maybe going down to 2 or 3 meals maximum a day, no snacking in between, this can actually help to impact your insulin in a good way, because the least amount of times that you are creating glucose in the blood from eating, the least amount of insulin your body will need to create to deal with the glucose.